probably a question about international affairs. Evgeny Primakov. Mr. Putin, the world is undergoing a fundamental change. We can see people voting against the old political ideas, old political elites. There was Brexit, and many people say that that's why Trump won, because people voted against the political elite. So have you discussed these changes? And during the General Assembly session, you said that you asked whether they understood what they've done. So right now we're in this interesting period. So you mentioned the discussion about whose army is stronger, and your counterpart, Mr. Obama, said that 37% of Republican voters like you, and sure, we as Russian voters appreciate your popularity. And apparently you are so powerful that you can influence the results of the elections. So, do you feel like the most influential man in the world?
I have repeatedly made statements on that. If you want me to say it again, okay, I'll do that. Every attempt by the current administration, by the leadership of the Democratic Party, to find a scapegoat for its failures. Well, I have a number of ideas on that. We know that the Democratic Party lost not just the presidential election. They lost the Senate elections, they lost the Congress elections. Well, is this... I'm to blame? Well, are we responsible for everything? Are we the scapegoats? It just signals that the current administration has systemic problems. I spoke about that at the Valdai Discussion Club. There's a gap between the perceptions of what is good and bad with the elites and the perception with the grassroots. The fact that 30% of Republican voters support a Russian president. Well, I'm not to be thanked for that. It means that the vast majority of the US population, have the same ideas of the world order, of the threats and challenges, common threats and challenges. And this is good, that there are people who share our traditional values. This could help us to build better relations between such powerful countries as Russia and the US. This is a good foundation. People have a liking towards each other. They share the values. Well, it's not good to recall former presidents. I think Mr. Reagan would not roll in his grave, but he would rather rejoice at the fact that his party is winning across the board, and certainly he would be happy that the new president has been elected. Certainly only we knew that he's going to win. None except us, believed is going to win. Now, if you look at the legendary Democratic leaders, they would roll into their graves like Mr. Roosevelt. Even in the most difficult times of the Great Depression, at the end of the 90s and during World War II, he united the nation. The current administration has split the nation. And the call on the electors not to vote for Trump is a step towards dividing the nation. And two electors didn't vote for Trump, and for Hillary, there were 4 electors that didn't vote for Hillary. So even on this, the Democratic Party lost, and I think that's a blow to them. It's a humiliation for them. If you lose, you need to lose with dignity. So I would like to have, both with the newly elected president and with the leader of the Democratic Party, to have business-like constructive relationship that would serve the best interests of the US and Russia, certainly the interests of our nations. I'm sorry.